Okay, so question 3. Among the following salts are acidic, basic, or neutral? Okay, so first let's just find out what makes each salt an acid or base or neutral. I'm just going to write all the different types of salts. When you have an acidic salt, this is made from a strong acid plus the salt of a weak base. When you have a basic salt, this is when you have a strong base that was reacted with the salt of a weak acid. And lastly, when you have a neutral salt, this was made from a strong acid reacting with a strong base. Okay, so now that we know all these types of salts, let's look at the different options that they give us and try to figure out what type of salt it is. Okay, so first we have this lithium chlorous acid. So this was made from lithium hydroxide, which is a strong base. And I believe this is hypochlorous acid, which is strong. So therefore, this salt is neutral. Next, we have potassium phosphate. So this was made from H3PO4. So this is a weak acid. And the potassium is formed from potassium hydroxide, which is a strong base. So therefore, this is a basic salt. Next, we have ammonium bromine. So this was made from HBr, which is a strong acid, and ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base. So this is an acidic salt. Next, we have potassium chloride. So this was made from potassium hydroxide, which is a strong base, and hydrochloric acid, which is a strong acid. Therefore, this salt is neutral. And then lastly, we have sodium fluoride. So this was made from hydrofluoric acid, which is weak, and sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. So therefore, this is a basic salt. Okay, so these are all the different types, and let's see what the junior tutor said. There are several rules that govern the acidity, basicity, or neutrality of a salt. These are the following. 1. Salts of a strong base and a strong acid are neutral. Salts of a strong base and weak acid are basic. Salts of a weak base and strong acid are acidic. And salts of a weak base and a weak acid is dependent on the Ka or Kb value. Whichever is higher will determine its acidity and basicity. To answer the question, this one's neutral. Salt of a strong base and strong acid. K3PO4 is basic since it's a salt of a weak acid and strong base. And ammonium bromide is acidic since it is salt of a weak base and a strong acid. Potassium chloride is neutral since it's a salt of a strong base and strong acid. Lastly, sodium fluoride is basic since it is a salt of a weak acid and a strong base. Yep, so this solution is correct.